Don't talk about Favre like that. That's my favorite player.
He's my favorite player.
Oh, okay, well, you can talk about him like that.
You can ask Brandon on NFL. He was on NFL Network today. That was all praise.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go all the way now. That's it.
Yeah, you're thinking about coming back.
Yeah, I got a good friend, Casey Hayward, who played with the Packers. And I was at the draft day, I was at his draft party. And I told him, I said, he looked at me, he's like, Green Bay. I said, I just called the GM. I hooked it up for you, man. I need about 10% of that paycheck you get.
He had a pick today. Hayward had a pick today.
Yeah. I don't like to talk about that since Auburn and Cam. So, yeah.
Jeff, Coach Johnson was talking about trying to help improve the four-man pass rush, even moving some guys around, seeing more came in. How do you guys think it came along the bye week?
I think it came along great. I think with all the moving parts that we got, even if we want a package or anything like that, with all the moving parts that we did, the bye week, it was awesome. It was an awesome practice. I tell you that. 3 solid back-to-back practices that we had. And today was phenomenal too. So.
Who do you think is going to emerge out of the group to maybe be that lead guy or someone you got to count on third down?
I don't know. Everybody's got to step the game up. I don't know. I know there's a lot of talent. I know just the second half of the season. So, our mindset is to keep working. We're in the weight room, still working hard, doing different things. So, there's going to be some guys that once we hit the second stretch, that's going to be doing a lot of positive things.
What do you think about Brandon King at defensive end?
Well, I think about Brandon King. Hey, if they call his number, I know he'll be ready.
Well, what does he look like out there?
He looks fast. He looks fast. So.
Has he picked it up pretty well so far?
Well, he's still learning, and I know I trust Coach Johnson and Coach Gordon and everybody that it's going to be the right guy. So.
What do you like kind of seeing him? You ever lined up, because you're obviously one of the bigger guys on the team. He's not, especially on the defensive line.
Right.
Kind of seeing him line up at end.
All right, it's a little weird, but once you see him get off, you go, well, hey, there's a guy somewhere. So he's doing his thing.
Yeah, this is the kind of game you think that you might be able to better assist because it's more of a power running kind of style team offensively, whereas maybe Arkansas and LSU were that way, but because the game kind of got out of hand, they weren't able to stick to the running game as much.
Right. Everybody know Coach Spurrier is legendary and everything. He like to pass the ball, but his offense he want to run the ball. With Davis and the crew he got up front, they love running the ball, and I think it's key for us to have success against the run to open up and you don't want to say make them one-dimensional. You just got to win your battles. You know what I mean? Because Coach Spurrier he's a Hall of Fame coach because a lot of people try to make him one-dimensional. So, but I think the run games help the pass game in many different ways. So.
Jeff, do you think about, I'm sure a little bit, especially last year, having the injury, when it's halfway through your final year, how much do you start thinking about the future and after the season, just in the back of your mind, and what you can do to position yourself for the next level?
Well, to be honest, I'm just taking it one day at a time, and plus, I'm just soaking in the moment. I think just listening to former players and guys that don't play and retired and leave. The main thing they keep stressing is don't take it for granted. Don't wish that it was over because no matter how many years you play in the NFL, no matter whatever, you're gonna always remember them Saturdays. And so I'm just really taking it in and loving on my teammates, man, and really getting ready for this next stretch of the season. So.
You got that's played with a group of strong veterans when you came in.
Right.
Now you got a group of strong veterans on this team. How much fun is that for you guys to kind of mold and help shape those guys?
It's fun because you've seen the process. The first time it was kind of difficult because you got guys telling you what to do and you just this freshman, you don't know what's going on. And at the end of my freshman year, probably halfway through that halfway point, I started playing a lot and doing this and that. And just took heed to what the Nick Fairleys and the Mike Blancs and the Goggins and the Carters what they was telling me. And I think now being on the other side, you enjoy the process. Simple things just like lining up. You're out there with a veteran group. You get to kind of mention match and kind of do your own thing. sometimes with different games and stuff like that. And because just 2 years ago, you was looking at the next guy, he was looking at you, you know what was going on, coach screaming, and he's just looking like, man, I don't know, And to be at where you're at now, fifth year seniors, 5 seniors in the room, I mean, it makes life a lot easier.
Jeff, obviously, you want to enjoy your last year. Has the lack of production or just an even lack of snaps sometimes been all frustrating, or how's your feelings, for the first 6 games?
Well, I'm good. I feel like I'm a competitor, in many ways. So, but I feel like, when my number is called, I know what Jeff Whitaker could do, and we know what Jeff Whitaker could do. But I think you made a point earlier, about, with stopping the run, and you stop the run and have success, and now the team is down 21 a couple of times this year. And, it's all pass rush and this and that and that. But for me, these are my teammates who are out there playing. So, these are the guys that I'm building a relationship with as well. So I think the best way I can say it, at the end of the day, I know what I can do. I know what I'm about. And so it's no hostility, jealousy, or anything like that. You want to take it one game at a time and win. And I know at the end of the day, I know that Jeff would play ball. So.
Jeff, what are some of those things outside the stat line that you look for? Because you know what you bring, when opportunities aren't there for production, that's understood. But what are those things that are outside the box score maybe that, obviously in rushing, you're trying to take up blockers specifically. So there are things that you guys are tracking internally that you could point to and say, yeah, but I may not get a lot of opportunities when I'm doing it. This is what I'm looking at.
Right. I mean, just being a defensive tackle, what you want to do is we will attack defense up front, so we don't really hold on and, just 2 gap and drive kind of deal. We just kind of come off and react a lot, the things that are going on. And I think the thing for us is just looking back and seeing maybe Frost had go off with 12 tackles one game, you go, that's me, you know what I mean? Or you see Casanova have a great game or something like that. I think that's the thing that sometimes a lot of people don't see, that we are, the people that know football understand that you need one of them. So.
How much better can this defense get in the second half?
Oh man, it gets so much better, because we're not the type of defense that pride ourselves on just pumping our chest and like, we at the end of the day, meaning when we come back in, it's not like, this is what we did. It's like, this is what we did. This is what we could have did. You know what I mean? And our standards are so high in the room, and every week is a new standard, new goals that you. So that means it's just every week it elevates the practice level and different things like that. And I think just as a leader, just picking up the leadership and everything, just keep it going. Like I said, I think one of our main focus is even off the field, just in the weight room, continue to get better and better. Like Coach Russell says, understand, what it's all about. So I think once we keep doing that, and we're just looking at this half as we're 0-0, because we got 6 more games, and we're just taking it one game at a time, and that's how we're looking at it.
Jeff, speaking of someone I know that apparently is in the weight room a lot, or is it your feeling? 'Cause I know the coaches have a feels they don't want to say too much, but do you feel like Carl Lawson will be back on the field for the season ends?
Well, we don't know. I don't know. I'm going to stay away from that one. That's a good one, though. That's a good one. You almost had me, But no, but he's a workaholic. He's one of them guys that people always say, pro before pro. He's one of them guys. And so we just want him to really rehab, do everything he can do. And then at the end of the year, if it's a blessing that he can come back, if he had to sit out, it's a win-win. Carl Lawson is going to be a very special guy. In this.
In that regard, are you someone you feel like can be a great help to him on this, because you kind of went through a similar thing last year? Did he come to you a lot about that?
He's my locker mate. He gets aggravating at times, so he's my locker mate because he like to talk like me. And yeah, we talk about this all the time. When he got hurt, I came up in his room and prayed with him and talked to him and let him know what was going. Just trust God and understand that it's going to be a process, but he'll get through it. And so you have questions every now and then. He'll come back up to me and ask. So.
Jeff, how did Braden Smith look at the guard position?
Braden Smith looked good. Out of pads, class, in pads, walking to class, family vacation. He's just a good-looking guy, man. So I mean, wow, that's just, you know. And I call him the Russian sensation. You know, Rocky Ford. You know, that's what I call him. He don't say a lot. Loves ball. So when you describe offensive lineman, hey, how's Brady? Well, he loves ball, so that means a lot. So he's one of them guys. As 18 years old, when he get in front of you, yeah, the 22 Jeff, understand that you better come with it. So yeah, he's gonna be a pretty special guy.
You remember ever seeing anything like him when he walked on campus this summer?
No, I didn't. I said, well, my honest thinking was, you know what, listen, I don't know what they do out there in Kansas. I don't know what's in the water. And then we went to Kansas and I understood that, you know, he loved lifting weights. That's all he had, you know, so so it was great. It was great.